Welcome back to Hutan Pantai, everybody. On the previous episode, we went ahead, well, on the previous episode, we did everything. We built this whole farm. We went ahead and got our rice paddy put in here. I did forget to put in some fertilizer in our planter, unfortunately. So we have 0% fertilized, and I still haven't advanced. It's still the same month that we planted. I think we should get a fertilizer spreader and then get that taken care of. Otherwise, we'd have to put the other wheels on, I suppose. And right now we can get away with not having that, which is quite alright. And then we'll just have to keep advancing here and then filling the water as we go. Trying to think of how we're going to advance the series a little bit more. Let's check up on that spreader first. Fertilizer spreader we want a good working with. We're probably going to want this one so we could do lime. We'll just not do the extension. Or well, we'll leave it as is, I guess. Maybe the tires. Yeah, you can't change these to thin tires either, so that's just something to keep in mind as well. We'll leave Trelleborg on there. And I don't want a plate either. Okay, there we go. But yeah, we're going to have to, I'm trying to think of how we're going to advance the series. Because I don't want to go too crazy buying stuff. We're going to need a good harvester. That field's going to end up being corn over there this year. It's very tempting to buy that. By the time we buy the field, a harvester, we're going to be way in debt. We could take out a loan and deal with that. But I think it's good to get a rice harvest in before we go too crazy. We could do some contracts, so I want to look at that. We do know that fertilizer is quite expensive. Let's see what we can get for a bag. Solid fertilizer. Why is... That is weird. Why does it say NA for the lime? Maybe because it's a... Yeah, that's weird. That one's... Oh, that one does it too. It must be because it's non-branded or something? Okay. Well, let's just get a couple bags here. We'll get them all filled up. We could do it legitly with the front loader, but I think we'll just go ahead and load up here. Okay, didn't take a whole lot, but I think we should be good to get the entire field done. For those wondering on the graphics settings, I went ahead and, well, I just basically did what, we are running an Ultra, but I didn't increase the view distances here, so you can kind of see things pop in. Maybe I shouldn't point it out because it might wreck your playthrough, but yeah. It's just like this game needs to be a little bit better optimized, but I will say that the view distances is not as bad as 22 for being noticeable. But until they do some optimizations, I think this is where I'm going to leave it for a while. And even now I get dips in... Let's see... I get little dips in frame rates here and there. I want to see if we could do a worker here. Let's see. Or not a worker. A steering assist. Because it shouldn't take that much. Alright, there we go. This might actually be pretty good. Then we can just lock. And then good to go. It'd be kind of nice to do this a lot. You don't have to worry about, where you're at here. Worth a shot. Let's check the map. Missed a little bit on the edge, but I guess I won't complain. I was just say this would be good for first-person view when you're doing things like this, because then you don't have to keep looking back behind you. You know exactly where you're at. Probably would have been just as easy to drive around, but we know we're getting it all. I'll just drive straight here because... and just that little bit corner over there. We'll just go ahead and turn it on. We don't really need to lock on that. I do hope precision farming does come to this series, or the game. I think it's only the first fertilization. We could do it again, but I think I might just leave it. We'll see. We'll advance. Because obviously we can't change the tires on this spreader. And we'll have to flood the field again here as well. Alright, we want to wake up at 7. Ah, good morning! It is May. We got that nice fog and the sun shining. Let's take a look at our crop. Yeah, so it says 50% fertilized. I guess it would be kind of a crime not to do it. Let's see if it'll run over. I suppose I could turn crop destruction off too. Look at that mud. I am digging this. The mud and the defamation. Atmospheric. Alright, let's see if this gets ran down. I'm sure it will. Yeah, it does. So, we could either shut field destruction off. Let's not do that, because it was my fault anyway that I didn't fill the planter. I'll take responsibility for that. Should have known better. I guess what we should do is start a pump. Because we are supposed to do this every day. I could see easily forgetting that, and then I don't know if you lose your crop right away the next day, if there's a grace period. Might be something to experiment with. Ooh, this is gonna be tight, I think. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. We'll put it in the other shed here, or the middle, in the back. Ooh, that's not gonna fit either. That's so great having... Can we close the cover? There is no cover, is there? It's so great having sheds and you can't even use them. I guess we'll put it in the main shed, the work... Well, I think this will be our workshop in the future. Not entirely sure. Try not to leave it outside. We are going to have to get those rice saplings off our trailer so we can get the rice put in there. We'll definitely put those in the other shed. Okay. Excellent. It's kind of good to go through a year here too to figure out what we need, because we still have to get a cultivator before we waste too much money. At least we can keep this going. It might be nice to make another rice paddy somewhere too, but like I said, we'll just stick with the one for now. How's their water coming here? We are on 5, so how long this takes to fill, I guess it takes a while, doesn't it? 24%, yeah, 24%. So about a quarter of the way there. But we can go ahead and advance if we would like. Or we could do a contract today. Should we consider doing a contract? I haven't done any yet on 25. There's stone picking for 19,000, but that's probably a big field. That would take a while, wouldn't it? But a time lapse, it probably wouldn't be too bad. 20,000 is good money. Could do the weeding one. 13, 20. There is rock removal on land 22. There's only 5 of them. Contract reward is not that great. But I haven't done a lot of this even on Silver Run 4, so I think we'll just go ahead and give that a go. We'll borrow those items. And we'll see how this works. We got the Kubota. That's the other thing I never looked at yet. It was the category of the skid steers in the new game here to see what is actually there. Skid steer loaders. Yeah, it's just the... Well, I'm kind of glad they brought the New Holland with the regular tires. I do like this. I just wish it was a little more, you know, had weights in the back or something so it wouldn't tip on you. Alright. We shall head on down. It's right in front of the town there. We'll take a left. And then we'll bring that road straight down. We'll have to go through town just a little bit to get there. It's a bit of a slow pace here to get down here. One thing I have been noticing about Farm Sim 25 here, the cruise control shows higher than what you can do. It shows that we should be able to get 12, but we're only getting 7. I can't remember on FS22 if it was this slow. It's just weird that the cruise control goes higher than what you can actually go. So I don't know if that's a bug or what. Starting to look a little bit like Silent Hill here as we approach the city. Kind of scary, kind of creepy and eerie. Okay, we're kind of approaching the field. It looks like we're gonna have to cross the sidewalk here. I hate to go over their nice brick. Look at that nice sidewalk, but we're gonna have to jump the curb because it's right on the other side of 22 here. Otherwise, we're gonna be across the waterway again. Oh, I could have went down one more on the road there, I guess. It's definitely a drive to get down here. Would not recommend it. As we're approaching the point, actually, this is kind of nice because I was so used to the other contracts. I guess I did 1 or 2 at Silver Run Forest, but they're in the woods and you see everybody else play them. But these are right out in the open, which is going to make it quite easy. As every single one of these. Alright, let's give it a shot here. Can hear it getting tighter. And then she'll break. Bam! So the contract we got in the corner, 20%. I do like how they have the information in the corner. I haven't loaded a wagon yet, but it's supposed to tell us if we're in the harvester, the percentage of the how much we're filling on the wagon, which will be very helpful if you're in the harvester. There goes the train. It's kind of a nice shot there, ain't it? Last one. It took longer to drive down here than it did to do the contract. Bam, finished. And we got a... I guess that's a Steam achievement only, so you guys didn't see it. Okay, so that should do it there. And then we can go to the contract and... Let's see. Active. Complete. 2,300. Collect. Done. Easy enough. And the rocks are back. But I think what we'll do is probably... Should we skip ahead? And then we'll be in June. Our rice won't be ready until August. We could probably go ahead and get on our rice picking too. June 7 a.m. It's not as foggy. Check on our crop here. Our lovely rice crop. We'll get her flooding. And should we just browse the contracts? Be nice to make some big money on them, but harvesting 11,000 on 8. That is spinach. That might not be bad to do. It'll give us a chance to use the other harvester, which will it's gonna take a lot of money to get that ourselves. It really will. 8. It was that one right in front of the gas station. Let's take a look at it, shall we? This guy here. It's a good size, that's for sure. I don't know if I want to tackle that. Seems like we should get paid a little bit more than that. Yeah, we'll pass on that. We'll see if there's anything more appealing next month, and then we'll be on the rice harvest soon enough. We are getting $384 in property meat. I really wish those solar panels would be working for us, but they're not. Unfortunately, they're not. That does not help us. Alright, the rice will harvest next month. It's actually looking pretty good here. Could have got a better yield out of it if we would have used more fertilizer. And we can't flood it on this last round here, so we'll be ready to go. Let's just take a peek at the contract, see if there's anything interesting. Stone picking on number 7. What is the working width on that stone picker? 5.5 meters. I was thinking it was 12 for whatever reason. It's not very big. That would take a while. Yeah. Would be nice to get maybe a mushroom greenhouse put up. But we are going to need more land. And this, I think I was thinking about purchasing this guy next to us, 24 next. 136,000, so we'd already be in the hole if we did do that. 25 is cheaper. 25 might be the next one we get, just because of the price. But I would like to get a free crop off it too. Depending on what it is, we could use our harvester and go with that. But like again, this we'd need a... Actually, we don't have a harvester. I was thinking we had a regular combine. We don't. Yeah, we gotta buy a combine at some point. I suppose we could always rent the equipment too. Alright, I think we're gonna go ahead and advance. And we'll get on to our rice harvest. And it's raining. Gonna be cool for the mud. But I suppose we'll get deducted on our harvest, I imagine. When is it gonna stop? Not till 1 o'clock. There'll be a little bit of a break, which will probably definitely wait. I do want to check what else we could get to get some money, but we do have the solar panels. I need to... I swear that's a bug in the game they're going to have to fix. Should be getting something off of that. Generators. Produces power, which is sold automatically to earn you money. 684. Those we got this wind one as well. It'd probably be nice to put up a solar panel. It's just gonna be ugly. Ooh, that would be perfect to put on this hill over here. 8,000. Only thing is it would take a while to get our money back. What about honey? We never looked at honey yet. Bees. Looks like the hives are a lot cheaper than Farm Sim 22. I wonder if it produces just as much. This might be the way to go. Maybe we'll put these up here. Let's see, how do we want to have the road coming in? I think if we made a road, probably like right in here. And we could have the bees off into the distance here. We could probably even put a couple of these up, but let's put one of these down. We need a pallet location. The question is, do we want to have the pallet location up here by the bees? Or should we just make it easy on ourselves and put it by the farm? I think we should put it by the farm. How about right there? I have to go too far for it. That might not be a bad passive income. Like I said, I don't know what the output's going to be compared to Farm Sim 22. We could obviously put a lot more down. They're cheap enough. Maybe we'll wait and see how that does, and then, because I really was thinking about that solar panel. And where are we going to sell the honey to? It's in alphabetical order. Honey. It's like the farmer's market. That's not bad. That'd be nice and easy and simple. And that's in February. Excellent. I like it. We'll see how that goes. We might throw some more hives up, because why not? For realistic purposes, though, I would still like to have a little bit of a road over there just for the fun of it. Something like that. A little turnaround that we'd grab and we could put more hives up. Yeah, let's just keep building on this operation, I think. We don't want it to be too much of a nuisance either, though. Okay, so what are we waiting on? We need to get our trailer configured. We're going to have to get those rice saplings off of there, so we got plenty to do before we are actually ready to harvest. Put these in our other shed. We're going to have to get the Kubota from the store. And I think we'll just... I guess we could set them on this side over here. Hopefully the Kubota can get under that. If not, we'll have to go in the main section there. This is ours. Be nice if the stores would have a forklift at them. I don't know why. I did go on the discussion forums already for Farm Sim 25 and people were already mentioned that would be a great idea to have something like that. Like they had on Silver Run Forest. There's this wheat field here on the left. And the price of that was a little more than what we could afford as well. 133. Rain looks good on the road. Let's see how... That's another thing I think I wanted to change in our settings was so stuff gets muddier faster. Dirt we want fast. All right. As you can see, the rain droplets on the lights. This one might be kind of hard to do in first person. Looks like we should be able to clear the side here. We probably... trying to think if we're going to put anything else in here. Because we know the tractor can't get under here either. We'll just keep it right in front here, I guess. And if we have to, we'll back in from the middle section. Although our sapling unit will be able to easily drive under there. Okay, I think what we're gonna do is just, we'll keep this over here. It is ours, and if we need it back at the sale point, we will. I suppose we should park it inside. Gotta treat our equipment good so it lasts. This thing can actually snake in here pretty well. Alright, there we go. Kind of a nice spot for it, I think. Let's go get this trailer configured. And then we'll have to wait for the rain to stop. Probably the bigger the better, but our silo is right there. I suppose the trailer maybe should have a license plate. Let's leave it. Although we don't have one on the tractor. How's that forecast looking? Okay, it's supposed to stop around noon. I was beginning to wonder if we have to risk going to the next day. I suppose we could just play in the mud a little bit. Tear up our... Ooh, that guy is... They're not that courteous in this game. I feel like 22 they would have waited. We could just tear up our driveway here a little bit while we wait for the rain to stop. We'll see how muddy this can get. Alright, interestingly, I was going in the circle like many times. You can see how dug up it is. But I expected more mud on the tires. They were not really there, so I don't know if... That's kind of weird. If it's got to be fresh, or what the standard is. I suppose the rain is technically rinsing it off, but you would think it'd be nice and muddy. Okay, let's get this somewhat set up here. We may hire a worker, I think, on the harvest. And then we can relieve them. I just like watching them. But we'll see, it's kind of nice to save. I haven't seen any mud tracks disappear yet, so they do stay there for quite a while. Which is great. Alright, here we are. Let's wait on the rain to stop. Like we'll fast forward a little bit. Oh, I've just fast forwarded and we got hail coming in. Is it going to destroy our crop? I like the way that looks though. That's cool. Does that destroy the crop? Suppose we go like this. I think it's supposed to. What does it say? Yeah, 10 o'clock. Yeah, so the hail icon is like diamonds. It is supposed to do it again later on. Ooh, this could cost us. This could cost us. Let's see if it stopped here at 11. It was supposed to. Well, it was supposed to stop at noon. Still going. Interesting to see if we do get damage. Still going. There it goes, stopped. Alright. So, let's take a look. I don't think we have any damage. I think it's supposed to damage crop. I don't see anybody else getting damage either. Ooh. This guy may have some damage. Oh, over here in this sorghum field, they got some damage. So yeah, it does work. I just want to double check that it is turned on for us. It should be. Game settings. Crop destruction on, and I think it was disaster destruction enabled, yeah. Keeps it interesting. But we got lucky. We got very lucky. I think we only got to go around twice. Although if we hire the AI worker, they want 3. And I don't know if we will do the worker or not. So we'll just leave it on 3 just in case I decide to switch it up. Alright, like so. Drop it down. Would be a good idea. And we are off. Our first harvest of rice. We almost got 2 harvest loads here. I was trying to shut the line. Now that we're finished with the harvest, like how do you shut these lines off? Like we can lock. I hold it, we hit reset. It doesn't do anything. Yeah, it doesn't go off. Like it stays there until you like go off the field, I think. But anyway, what I was talking about earlier, we go to fill our trailer up here. And look at that. Upper right corner. It tells you exactly how full that trailer. That is so handy. Like, it's a small thing, but it's a huge thing. You don't have to get out of your harvester to go check on your trailer. Okay, so we had 3,700 of rice liters. When will that sell? It was January, I believe, because we looked at it earlier. No, we didn't look at it. I was thinking of something else. The honey is what we were looking at. Okay, so it will be interesting. It's like right now, so we don't even have to put it in the silo. I believe we could if we needed to. That's kind of interesting that they did it that way. So it's going to go to canning factory, 3,500. Yeah, that's definitely the best. So we will tag that. Oh, this is so exciting that we're going to actually get some money right away. Lions are still in the field. We must have, what if we just get out of the, I don't know. It kind of bothers me that those don't go away. All dirty. We will get a pressure washer at some point. I want to get the one from the store because you can actually wheel it around. It's kind of cool. Okay, I just want to double check here. If we are able to dump it in the silo, I'm pretty sure we can. I'll just see if the icon comes up. I suppose we could actually dump it too because it's the only thing in the silo. Yeah, we can. And then fill. Okay, that's awesome. Our tracks did disappear. After all the back and forth we did in that field, I would expect them to. Let me check the map. Okay, so we're going to go all the way over there. We'll try to obey the roads. Because they are a bunch of one-ways in there. What else do we have? We got a bakery. David. There's the farmer's market. Spinnery in town. Sugar mill. Oil mill. Carpentry. And the dairy. Yeah, this guy over here was the Harbor Grain Elevator. Oh, there's that warehouse we could buy pallets from. We should actually visit that before we close out. We'll do that after, that's right, where you rent the train too. Is that the only train rental spot? There's another one down here. Trying to look for lime stations too. Because we're going to need it at some point. 3, 1, so there's definitely one more somewhere. Oh, right here. So yeah, there's 3 of them. We could probably load up here. Okay, let's go make our first, I guess it'll be our first sale of the series. Very exciting. Looks like we should be able to go straight here through town. Traffic ain't too crazy, so we won't obey the traffic signs. I guess there is collectibles in the game on this map, so if we do come across one, we'll pick one up. It will definitely help us. I don't even know what we're looking for, to be honest. Should be able to go all the way down and then to the right. I like that on the hill there, that Chinese-Japanese tower. There's probably a collectible up there. Should we run up there real quick? It seems like a good place to have a collectible. Again, I don't know what we're looking for, though. That's the other thing. I don't see anything. That's interesting. That would have been a good spot for one. It would have been a very good spot for one. Alright, so be it. We'll go sell our grain. There's a bike lane here too. Alright, here we go. We should probably check if we need lime at all while we're down here. Nice to see some income come in. We waited like 2 years for this. We're 13,252. Yeah, let's go check our field real quick, because I am not sure if we do need lime. Oh, we should just drive the other unit down here and fill it up. Don't look like it. We do have to fertilize or cultivate it before we plant again. We're not allowed to plant until April again. Okay, before we close out for this episode, let's go check that warehouse because I'm curious how this all works up here. I don't see like a forklift or anything. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't do what they did on Silver Run Forest and had some equipment where you could load. It only makes sense. But there's not anything here. Is there a collectible? Again, you would think there would be one. Yeah, so we come up to the store icon here. Get some wood. So if we do building projects, I think that's what we'll do, is end up buying them. Ain't the cheapest, but it beats having to do the whole production. Yeah, it looks about like everything you could need is in here. I don't know if we will buy a production. We probably should do one. Maybe we'll get some goats and do some goat milk or something like that. But we got a little ways to go before we get to that. Alright, so I'm going to head back to the farm, and we're going to call it there for today's episode. We'll see you on the next one. We're probably going to... We do really have to consider maybe just biting the bullet and then getting a loan so we can get started on another field. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.